So today I'm going to give you some Arc Raiders tips and secrets, hidden mechanics that I wish I knew 500 plus hours ago. So to start this one off, we're going to start off with a little bit of movement tech. So if you're ever at a height and you're trying to get down without taking damage, if you fully replenish your stamina, and then you come to the edge, when you hit the floor, you won't take any damage. We also have another similar movement tip that when you're walking off an edge like so, and you just roll into it, you won't take any damage either, and you won't lose any stamina. So for any of the keyboard and mouse players out there, this one is a little bit more advanced. If you come into your controls here, we're going to change up some keybinds. So what you want to do is you want to set your jump to scroll down. Then move down here into your interact and set that to scroll up. Then make your way over here to a ladder and keep switching between both of them. Then you have this new movement tech. As you can see me moving side to side like so. This is very good for getting up and down ladders and also avoiding getting hit by other raiders. You get up and down super quick, and you can see I'm not using any more stamina there. The more you play around with it, the better you'll get at it. It's a little bit awkward in this location where I'm at because of the rock that's beside me, but just like that. There you go. There's another little advance in movement tech. So I'm also going to show you some basic movement tips on some of the maps that are going to come in very handy for you. So if you make your way here to Buried City Space Travel Building, you will notice that this door is always locked and it's a breachable door as well. So what you do is you come to this window like so, climb up on this ledge, and then we're going to run around like that. And you can mount into the room without breaching the door. There are so many little spots like that. I'm going to try show you as much of them that I know. But this is one of them on the Buried City map, on the Space Travel Building. You can easily get from room to room by ledge jumping. It's quite simple to do. All you just do is run out and then jump onto the ledge. There's so many spots like this that I'm going to show you. And also, don't forget as well, you can drop off ledges, mount onto other ledges to stop yourself from getting fall damage. The ledge dropping is a very handy way. You can drop from any height on the map, and if there's a ledge you can grab onto, it will stop you from getting fall damage. So we also have this room on Space Travel Building. If you're ever trying to get in behind that door without breaching it, all you do is come to the outside here of the building, make your way in, you can get in nice and handy. No breaching the door. Another handy little movement tip here is on Buried City when you're coming down the stairs. See, that makes so much noise when I'm sliding down the stairs, right? It's a ton of noise. But you come to the edge on the corner like so, slide down like that, that made barely any noise. The sliding down on the side rails completely cancels the noise. You want to go for the little corner in here, straight down, like that's not making any noise there until I start moving. You can slide the full way down without making any noise. So we also have some zipline movement tech here, which is going to save you a bit of extra time when you're getting down ziplines, but it's also going to be a lot quieter for you if you are trying to escape or if you're trying to sneak up on someone in PvP. So you just drop like so, and you can literally attach on last second. Very handy if you're trying to get away from someone or if you're trying to catch up with someone. So we can just drop off like so in the last second and pull on. It's a lot quicker and it's a lot quieter as well. Just make sure you're getting your timing right when you're doing these zipline drops. So let's not forget, if you come to Spaceport, the launch towers, you can also do the zipline movement on these ones, getting you down much quicker. That was so much quicker. I made barely any noise for that as well. And you can actually shoot. If you're coming down and someone is beneath you, you can actually shoot on flying down like that. So have you ever found yourself on top of the launch towers building? There's players either side of you underneath and you have no idea how to get down. Your backpack is absolutely full of good loot. Well, I have a solution for you. So if you come here like so, drop down like this, make sure you're hitting your mount one. There you go. That's how you get down. So you want to be hitting whatever button it is for you to mount onto the zipline. For me, it's E because I'm on mouse and keyboard. And that's how you get down safely. So if you ever find yourself stuck in the bottom of the dam down this side here underneath the floodgates, and you're thinking I'm going to have to rotate the long way around now to get back up, well, I have got the trick for you. So if you come to one of these specific parts on the dam, it's usually these center parts here, like such, like one of these ones. We're going to move up here on the, another one because that one's a little bit broken. So if we come to the likes of this one, until we have full stamina, right? If you notice, you can't actually get the full way up. If we look down our feet and we start sprinting, we can make it the full way up the dam. Very handy, saving you. It will save you from having to rotate the long way around to get back up on top of the dam. You can indeed make it the full way up just when you get up to the top. Make sure you're rolling off to the side. And Bob's your uncle, you're up on the top of the dam. So just in case you didn't know, fabric actually can heal you. But if you can use fabric with the good as new perk, you will get an extra stamina boost as well. While it does only heal you for 0.4 healing per second, you also get a stamina boost with the good as new perk. Our little quick healing tip is if you ever find yourself low on shields and you're a little bit damaged, you can actually kill Arc, get the Arc power cells, and use them to charge up your shields. Now they will do 2 shields per charge. Just another little tip, if you're ever picking up these items here to bring them into the little stations over here, you can indeed run a lot quicker backwards when you're holding it. Look how quicker I'm moving there. Yeah, let's turn around. Much slower. It's much quicker to go backwards with it than it is forwards. So I'm going to show you an easy way to take down bombaders and bastions. Both of these arcs have a weak spot on their back, but if you bring in a deadline and you distract them, you can indeed easily kill these arcs. Very easily. They're not as overpowered as you think. We see the bombardier on this side. Alright. Now one trick you can do, there's a couple of ways to do this, okay? So one of the things you can do is you can smoke the bombardier out, right? You can smoke him out and make your way over. Or you can shoot out his legs. See his legs there? You can shoot them out easily. Bombardier will do that as an attack. If you get this right on the back here like so, that's the end of the bombardier. They have a weak spot on their back. That's why it's best to put it on their back. Now I know if you put it on top of them as well, it does the same job. But if you don't have smokes, if you just shoot out their legs, you see the little yellow spot that's on their legs? That is the weak spot for them. So you can actually take out their legs. And what will happen to the bombardiers when you take out their legs? They will stumble. I'm going to show you that right now. So I'm going to show you here with the bombardier how easy it is. You take out their leg like so. So if we go down and take a look at the bombardier now, you see his legs are really all over the shop there. Let's take out this one. Just like that. Bombardier goes down. And now you can run in with your deadline. Just stick it onto his back. So taking out his weak spots makes it a lot easier for you to get in with your deadline. No point in me wasting a deadline on him right there as he's so weak. So I'm making my way over here towards the bastion that spawns down here. We have another deadline laid on us as well. So let's smoke him up. You can just run in. Very easy. Stick the deadline onto the back of him. Get a bit of space because there's a bit of power out at deadline. And she's gonna blow. And there you go. That's easily how you take them down. So for leapers, if you have been struggling to kill these guys, you can indeed one-tap them. All you're gonna need is one of these trailblazer nades. Now it's easy to find a blueprint for this, and the supplies to craft it is pretty easy to get as well. A lot easier than something like a deadline. You need to get the placement perfect on this. Okay? That's the only issue with it. You need to get the placement absolutely perfect. So let me show you what I mean. So when you throw the trailblazer, it has like a backblast. So you need to put that over there in front of it. And that's how you one-tap the leapers with the trailblazer grenade. You just have to get the nade a little bit in front of them, so when the explosion does ignite, that you are hitting him with the full explosion. The blueprints for the trailblazer is easily found on Stellamontes, especially on them night raids. I'm going to show you an easy way to take down rocket hairs here. So if we get our showstopper nade here, Sneak in behind the rock here. Hit the rock here with a short grenade. Run over. Plant our deadline on him. Now watch the magic happen. Boom, there he goes. An easy way to take down Rocketeers. Another thing you should know, that when fighting against the Ark, like, I can just come right beneath this Rocketeer like so. Once I'm not in front of him, he won't be able to see me. His vision, his cone of vision is that little light in front. And when that lights up orange, that means he picks someone up. And then when it's red, he's going to lock onto you. But see, I'm pretty safe here because I'm not in that field of vision. And I can stay like this for as long as I want once he doesn't turn around. So you can also easily take down Sentinels as well with your Raiders tool. All you got to do is keep hitting them and moving around in a circle, and he won't be able to hit you. Pretty easy. These do spawn in a couple of locations on different maps, so you can actually just walk up to them when they're in a spot like this. So if you ever find yourself a little bit damaged, okay, and you're trying to run away from another Raider, don't stop and heal. You can slide and get that heal off in time. By the time you get up, your heal is off, your bandage is currently in the process of healing you, and you're still moving. So this also works with stims as well. Handy way to get your adrenaline shots off to stop you from slowing down while moving. So with the traders and Ark Raiders, okay, the two main traders that you should be using is Celeste and Shani, okay? The reason for that is because with Celeste,
can I help you?
You can sell seeds to Celeste. She will take your assorted seeds for items. Now, one thing you should really be buying off Celeste is, even if you're not using them that day, just stacking up on 10 springs is going to be so essential to you. Like, you use springs in literally crafting everything. You need springs for so many different things. So how I like to do it with Celeste is, I like to buy mostly the green and blue items off her. I tend to stay away from chemicals, fabrics, metal parts, rubber parts and plastic parts. Scrappy will indeed collect these for you, and they're also so easy to find when you're raiding. But for the rest of these items, a lot of these items you will be using for crafting. So don't be sitting on your seeds or selling your seeds. Make sure you're coming into Celeste and spending them seeds on the right items that you need. So with Shani, you get to spend your blue credits. These blue credits are really easy to make. They're really easy to earn. So you can buy 2 loot and MK2s a day off her, or you can buy 2 combat MK2s. She also has a couple of weapon attachments
are running high these days.
and some heals. So definitely come in here and take a look. When you're struggling with loot, it is well worth coming into Shani and seeing what you can buy rather than going to another vendor who is going to completely rip you off.
Hey.
So have you ever been like sitting inside an extraction, or you're waiting to go into a different location, but you're stuck inside and you're trying to peek to see if there's any players or any Ark outside, and it's your view distance is very poor, okay? So I got a little tip for this, alright? See the way my view distance in the background there is pretty poor, it's going to be hard to see stuff? Turn on your flashlight. Absolute game changer. Everything is picture perfect. See that whiteness? Just gone. Once the flashlight is on, it's gone. I can see everything so much clearer. So if I'm peeking around that corner, someone's hiding in the bush there, it's going to be quite hard to see him with that kind of white lens that's over my screen. It's like a white flare almost. All I do is turn on my flashlight and everything becomes so much more clear to me. So I've already done a full video on what I think is one of the best skill trees. But right now at this moment, I'm going to give you some of the best perks. Because people, at the end of the day, people like to branch off into whatever way they want to go. Survival, mobility, or conditioning. So I think from the 3 of these skill trees, I'm going to give you the best perk in each one of them. Starting off with mobility. Youthful Lungs, Marathon Runner. These 2 essential. Max these out. 5 out of 5. Youthful Lungs. 2 fantastic perks in this. Nimble Climber is also a pretty decent perk as well to put a couple of points into. For Calm and Stroll and Carry the Momentum, for some reason these perks actually don't really work the way they're supposed to work. But I like to pick Carry the Momentum just so I can get effortless roll. Dodge rolls cost less stamina. You're always dodge rolling in this game. A lot of the time when you're in combat, you're dodge rolling. When you're fighting against the Ark, you're dodge rolling. The effortless roll is another fantastic perk. I would definitely stay away from Calm and Stroll. Definitely stay away from Slip and Slide and Sturdy Ankles. There's so many ways you can counter Sturdy Ankles with as I've shown you previously in the video, and slip and slide has been proven not to work at all. So as we come over here into survival, this skill tree has some fantastic perks in it. In-round crafting is going to be one of them. This unlocks the ability to field craft items while topside, so you can craft bandages and whatnot and shields when you're topside. Very good perk, really good perk. So we also have the Looter's Instinct perk. As you know, you get more XP. As you know, you get XP every time you loot. So when searching a container, loot is revealed faster. Therefore, you're getting more XP quicker. Looter's Instinct is another very good perk in my opinion. Broad Shoulders is also up there. It increases the maximum weight you can carry. Especially in a game like this where you're going to be looting, you definitely want to be able to carry the maximum amount of weight. The Good is New and Suffer in Silence are both really good perks, as they can work hand in hand with other equipment and other perks. Then we have coming over here into Conditioning. I think the Use to the Weight is a very good perk. Wearing the shield doesn't slow you down as much. Gentle Pressure is also a very good perk. And then we have the Turtle Crawl and Down But Determined. These are also some really good perks. But Turtle Crawl and Down But Determined are more so for duos or third person. It doesn't really work in solos. So what both of these perks do is Turtle Crawl is while you're down you take less damage, and Down But Determined is when you're downed it takes longer before you collapse, so therefore you can have more of a chance to be able to crawl and get rezzed or to crawl to an extraction. But from playing solos and duos and trios, these perks only really work in duos and trios. It's the same with this perk up here, Crawl Before You Walk. So when you're down, you can crawl faster. And if you compare the three of these perks together, they all work really well together. But they don't really work really well in solos. It's rare, it's very rare that you're going to get these perks to work well in solos, when you could just craft up a backpack that does the same thing as all of them really. Loaded Arms is also a pretty good perk. Your weapon has less encumbrance on you. As I said, I have done a full skill tree build. I've done a couple of them. Make sure to go check them out. I wasn't going to completely dive into the skill tree in this video. I only wanted to show you some of the perks that I like that I think are pretty good. And I'm still using Security Breach, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. For one reason being that not a lot of people are using it, is because with Security Breach, it gives me an extra opportunity to find more blueprints. That's exactly why I'm picking Security Breach at the moment, because I have more of an opportunity to find more blueprints. If I ever have a chance to loot an extra thing, I'm going to take that all day. So that's just some skill points that I think you should be working towards. I'm just going to give you guys one little tip on blueprints before we end this video. I have many blueprint runs on my channel, and I also have a full dive into where to find certain blueprints. But I will give you a little bit of advice. If you're ever struggling to find blueprints because most locations you're going to have already been looted, I would definitely recommend, if you are playing on PvE servers a lot, to try get into a little bit PvP and try get onto them PvP servers. Because from my experience, in my 500 plus hours, PvE servers get looted so much quicker than PvP servers. You could go into a PvE server and you could load into damn battlegrounds within 5 minutes. If you do not get a close spawn to most locations, to like anywhere decent, it's going to be looted within the first 5 minutes. Like the majority of the map is going to be looted up because no one is actually playing it slow and PvPing. But on PvP servers, while there is a little bit more of a risk, obviously because this is PvP, a lot of places won't be looted because people won't be rushing into them as quick because of the PvP. That's just a little blueprint tip that you should be using as well. If you're struggling to find blueprints on your PvE servers, that is if you are a PvE player and you're not fully focused on PvP, just try hopping into a PvP server every now and again. All you have to do is kill up a few raiders and you'll be thrown in with them. So if you've ever wanted to get into PvE lobbies, something similar to what I'm in now, where nobody's actually shooting in the back, all you got to do is spend about 10 raids just not shooting at any raiders. Doesn't matter what gear you're using, just once you don't kill another raider, then after in around 10 raids, you should get put into PvE lobbies. It has been confirmed by devs that aggression-based matchmaking is a thing. So I hope some of these tips help you guys when you're topside. That's all for now, and I shall talk to you in the next one.
Let's go, guys. GG.
GG.